This
goods receipt,
conference will now be recorded.
finance postings as well as the quantity update. So we have seen yesterday what is the quantity update. Okay, let me try to go to the system and I will try to do the under MMB. Means goods receipt is nothing but it is like you are depositing the money in the bank. When you deposit the money in the bank, what will happen? Your account balance. If you do a goods receipt process, so the material stocks will be getting increased in the warehouse or the stores department. So those increase of the stocks you will be able to see under MMBE transaction code. So MMBE is nothing but a stock overview screen where you will be able to see the stocks are getting updated. Okay, so let me now try to do, yesterday we have created one goods receipt. Let me go to the ME23N. We will see what will happen to that particular purchase order. Okay, so let me see. I will go to ME2N and I will try to see the purchase order which we were able to create on yesterday. Okay, so IN48 is the plant and we will try to see what is the purchase order that we were able to create on yesterday. Okay, so let us see. I will try to create a purchase order. I will go to ME21N and I will try to create a simple PO for the vendor and for the okay, let me put the outside. Okay, so X890 is the material. For X890, I will see the stocks now. I will go the stocks of X890. So X890, how much stocks we have? Presently we have a stock of under IN48 we have a under storage location 0001 we have 2790. Under IN58 we have a 12 pieces. Okay, under storage location 0001. I will try to do a goods receipt now. Okay, so this goods receipt I am going to process now. I will be creating a purchase order. So 661 is the purchase order. Let me try to release this purchase order. So there is no release strategy. I will now try to do a goods receipt. How I will do the goods receipt via MICO transaction code. So 661 is the purchase order. Okay, so the plant is IN58 and 0001 is the storage location. I will try to post a I'm trying to post a goods receipt for 1000 pieces under plant IN58 and storage location 0001. Let me come out of this PO. See, now I will say, I will refresh this. Under IN58, now we have 12 pieces. I did a goods receipt for 1000 pieces. What will be the stock now? It is 1012. So your stock got increased up to 1000 numbers. So this is nothing but a quantity update that is happening in the inventory management module when you do a 101 movement type. So parallelly, there will be a financial postings. So I will go to the ME23N. So when I do a goods receipt for the purchase order, for that particular goods receipt, there will be a purchase order history will be updated over here. See, So there is a one history tab. I will go to the history. So this is the goods receipt which I have processed for 1000 pieces. This is the total goods receipt value. You are ordering 1000 numbers multiplied by 1000 rupees each. So then the total value of the goods receipt will be an amount of 10 lakh rupees. So this particular value of 10 lakhs rupees will be posted at the finance side based upon some of the GL account and for the transaction event key that is being triggered for the 101 moment type. What is the transaction event key for 101? These are a BSX and WRX, PRD and BSV. So we will see what transaction event keys are updated and what are the relevant GL accounts we assign to this particular transaction event key got updated. We will see. So BSX and relevant GL accounts are updated according to the automatic account determination settings which we did it yesterday as a configuration. Right, so I will go to I will try to display this particular document. I think in this server there is some issue. It is not creating a accounting document. Let us see. Okay, some problem in this. So the accounting document is not getting updated. Let me try to do it in the another server. We will see the impact of goods receipt at the finance module side. Okay, so let me go to the another server. Okay, I will try to do a goods receipt process for the vendor 3212 and purchase organization 3000 and the material is let us see. Enter plant is 3200, quantity is 1000 numbers. Okay, so and the storage location is 0001. I will try to save this PO and I will try to do a goods receipt. So I will try to release this PO now. I will go to ME29N. Okay, so there is no release strategy. I will try to do the MI0. I will go to MI0. So what is the PO number that got created? I will see the PO number. So the PO that got created is, what is the PO here we just created now? No, not this one. I will see the PO that is created on today's date, that is 062022. And the plant is 3200, right? This is the PO 45000. So this report ME2N is a open purchase orders report. You can find out open purchase orders based upon some of the input parameters. So I put a input parameter as plant 3200 and the storage location 0001 and creation date as today's date. So it displayed the purchase order which I just created. So 45000 22500. Okay, I am trying to do a goods receipt under plant 3200 and storage location 0001 for 1000 pieces. So what are the impacts of there will be a finance posting as well as quantity update. Okay, so this is the material document number, nothing but a goods receipt number, and I will try to display this particular purchase order to see the history. I will go to ME23 and okay, so there is a purchase order history got updated for this particular PO 45000 22500. So I will go to the purchase order history. So 1000 is the PO quantity and per piece 10 USD. So 1000 multiplied by 10. A purchase order, a goods receipt got processed for 10,000 USD in dollars. The value of the goods receipt is $10,000. And I will go to the click on material document. So I will go to there is something known as a document information in the goods receipt document. So I will go to the financial documents. So there is a finance accounting document and some of the controlling document or special purpose ledger document got created. So I will just double click on accounting document. Okay, here you see the BSX. You did a 101 movement type, right? So when you do a 101 movement type, nothing but a goods receipt against purchase order, a transaction event key BSX got triggered. This BSX is nothing but inventory update of the raw material. It is getting debited. So if the value is positive, you will say debit. So it got debited for a value of 10,000 USD. So BS6 is getting debit, which is nothing but a inventory account for 10,000 USD. At the same time, a WRX, which is nothing but a GRIR clearing account, which got credit. It is negative. That means you are going to say this is a credit. So it got credited for 10,000 USD. Means negative value. When you say credit, it should be a negative value. So it is positive and here it is a negative. So what is the relevant GL account that got updated for the BSX based upon the account determination settings? That is a 3 lakhs. So if you see finance side, the GL account postings for 3 lakhs, it will get debited for 10,000 USD. And what is the WRX? It is a GL account 191100. Okay, so these are the finance postings. If you see inventory management under MMBA, a stock of 1000 numbers got increased for this particular material. What is the material? A stock of 1000 numbers got increased for the material 1401046. At the same time, at the finance side, whatever may be the relevant values for the inventory update is getting updated against the account 3 lakhs, and the GRIR clearing account is got credit for 10,000 USD for the GL account 191100. Okay, so this is the way your financial postings as well as the inventory postings are updating when you do a goods receipt. Okay, so any clarifications required on the goods receipt process? Any clarification do you require on the goods receipt process? Okay, so if there is no, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then the next step in the procurement cycle is a step number 6. Step number 6 is nothing but invoice verification process. You received 1,000 pieces from the vendor. You also process the goods receipt. Then you are liable to make a payment to the vendor, right? So if you want to make a payment to the vendor, you need to process the invoice verification process. So what is the transaction code to create a invoice verification process? The transaction code is MIRO. I will go to the logistics and I will go to the materials management. You see there is something known as a logistics invoice verification process. Then document entry, MIRO. MIRO is a transaction code to create an invoice. So I will just go to the MIRO transaction code and I will try to enter. Let me check what is the posting periods for the. Okay, so the posting period is 06/2022. Okay, 06 only, right? Now it is June only, no problem. Okay, so now I will try to do a goods receipt invoice verification process. So what is the invoice date? Let us say today's date. And what is the invoice number that you received from the vendor? Let us say it is 1001. And I will go to the, here I will enter a purchase order for which I wanted to do a goods receipt process. 22, what is the PO number?
500.
I think let me see the PO number. Okay, 22500. So I need to enter the PO number and I will click on enter. So when I click on enter, so what is the invoice amount? The invoice amount is 10,000 rupees to by procuring a 10,000 numbers of bread. I purchase 10,000 numbers of bread and I need to make a payment for the 10,000 numbers of bread procurement. I need to pay an amount of 10,000 USD. Okay, so I will just go to I will select a relevant tax code over here. The tax code is I0, which is automatically taken by the system. In the header level also, I will select a tax code and I will click on calculate tax. So my bread value is 10,000 rupees plus I am applying a tax. So bread value 10,000 plus tax is 2100. So 10,000 plus 2100 will be a 12,100 rupees is the total invoice value. So whatever may be the amount you are showing over here, you need to input the same amount over here to make this particular balance zero. So your system, as per the PO, it is a 12,100 rupees including tax. Also, the vendor also sent a invoice for 12,100 rupees. So you need to match these two things. You need to make a balance as zero at any moment of time. Then just go to the simulate button. And here the bread value is 10,000 rupees and you have a tax. One tax is 1100 and the other tax is 1,000. So total is 10,000 plus 21,000, 12,100. You are going to pay to the vendor, right? So let me try to post it. So I tried to create a invoice document number that is 510-560-9540. So now I will go to the purchase order and I will see the history of the purchase order. I will go to ME23N. So I will go to the purchase order history. I will go to the purchase order history. And you see earlier we created an invoice goods receipt goods receipt we created for 10,000 USD. Now I processed an invoice for 11,100 rupees, which doesn't have a tax included over here. Tax amount is a 1,000 rupees. If you include tax also, it will be a 12,100. Right. So I will click on invoice, and I will go to in the invoice there is something known as a follow on documents. When you create a invoice also, there will be a financial postings. So I will just go to the invoice accounting document number. You see, when you do a invoice, what has happened? When you do a invoice, your WRX is getting, earlier it was negative, right? WRX. But now what is happened to the WRX? WRX and the account number also, GL account also same, 19100. So it got, earlier it was credit, that is negative, but now it is debit, that is, it is nothing but a positive. It has a positive value of how much it has? It has 1,000 USD, 10,000 USD. At the same time, you also have a KBS. KBS is nothing but a vendor account. Who is the vendor? 3212, right? So the KBS is nothing but a vendor account. He is nothing but a vendor. 3212 is the vendor which we use it for the PO. So your vendor account is getting credit. So here it is credit. It is a negative value, right? When it is negative, that is the USD is the credit. And who is the vendor? That is 3212. So 3212 is the vendor. Okay, so also there are input tax and inventory account 1100 and VST got updated, but these things are not common. Sometimes these will come, sometimes will not come, based upon your material selected and all those things, etc. Okay, so but if you see over here, the WRX, one time it got credited for the amount 10,000 USD. When you do a goods receipt, when you do a invoice verification, it got debited. Here it is negative and here it is positive, and the same value is getting updated in the same GL account. That means the net value of the WRX at the end of the good invoice verification will become a 0. Means in your bank you added 1,000 rupees, later you removed 10,000 rupees. Then what is the balance? The balance will be 0, right? So in the same way, WRX also, when you do a goods receipt, it became 10,000 negative. When you do a invoice verification, it became 10,000 positive. That means the net value after invoice verification for WRX is 0. That means WRX I can call it as a offsetting entry or a dummy entry. Okay, so these are the accounting entries that are getting updated when you do a goods receipt and when you do an invoice verification process. It is very important. So people will ask, what are the accounting entries that are getting generated when you do a invoice verification, and what are the accounting entries when you do a goods receipt process? They will ask. So you should be able to explain these things in this manner. Yes, then you process at the invoice verification, then you need to make a payment. Your system should, let us say you have an agreement with the vendor. If I process the invoice today for 10,000 rupees, I need to make a payment after 30 days or the 60 days or 90 days. based upon the credit given by the vendor. Okay. Let us, some vendors will say, if I gave you the material today, you need to make the payment after 60 days. Some vendors will say 90 days. Some vendors will say advance payment. Some vendors will say immediate payment. So based upon the payment terms which you agreed with the vendor, there is a payment program is getting executed in the finance side. Once you run that particular payment program, the vendor bank account will be credited for 12,100 USD. Okay, how you execute a payment run? So it will be step number 7. So payment run. So what is the transaction code? That is F110. It is a finance activity. So how I will do a payment run? So I will go to a F110 transaction code, and the payment run date is today's date, and I will give any identification, payment identification number. I can give anything. So I will go to the parameters. What is the company code for which I want to run a payment run? That is 3000. What are the payment methods? Am I going to do a NEFT or check payment, etc.? You just need to select. So I am going to do a bank transfer. And what is the next posting date or the next payment date? Let us say the next posting date is 30/06/2022. Who is the vendor? Vendor is 3212. What is the additional log? So additional log is, here I need to select these 3 things, right? And vendor is, this is the way you need to do it, a vendor payment run program execution. So this will be executed by the finance team. You just need to do these things. Just select these things accordingly. You just need to select these 3 things and put the vendor number for which you want to execute the payment run. Here you need to select the company code and payment method and the relevant vendor. I will just save it. I will go to the, now I will go to a proposal. So I will click on start immediately and I will click on OK. So the proposal is running. So the proposal is now executed. I will go to the display proposal. No check can be made in the SAP GTC in automatic payment program. Run is continued. System writes. Okay, so now we were able to execute a payment program. Now what I will do, if you wanted to see the invoice amount that is pending for the payment by the finance team, you need to go to the one of the transaction code known as FBL1N, and this is the vendor and the company code is 3000. I will just execute. See, an amount of 12,100 USD is now due. Means you have selected the payment terms for this particular vendor is immediately due. Means if we deliver the material today, I need to make the payment immediately. So against this particular invoice document and for the accounting document, an amount of 12,100 rupees is now due for the vendor for the materials what he supplied. So once the finance team made a payment, so this line will be deleted from this particular vendor line item display. Okay, with this we are able to complete the cycle number 1 of the procurement, which is nothing but procurement of the materials for the stock purpose. So any doubts on this complete end-to-end scenario?
Sir, hello.
Yes.
Sir, means, Right now we're working for 101 movement. Okay, that is only material received for quality inspection. Okay. Um, at the same time, user do the quality, and after we process for invoice verification, no, sir. So
Quality,
we have
if
to
the quality, then quality module will come into picture, right? Okay, so you need to take the stocks into quality inspection first, and once then the quality inspection department people, that is nothing but a quality management module. Quality management module will come into picture. They will do a quality checks in the quality management module. So that will be called as a usage decision. So based upon the usage decision, they will try to accept or reject the materials. Okay, that will be completely coming under a quality management module. Okay, but as a part of SAP MM, your work is to put the stocks under quality inspection. So how you will put the stocks under quality inspection? When you do a goods receipt, you just need to select a quality inspection. Now the stock is, what is the material? So now the stock is directly updated as a unrestricted stock, right? Unrestricted means it is directly updated as a good stock. Okay, means here we do not have a quality inspection module active. See, the stock is directly went into a unrestricted use, means it is a good stock, you can directly use it. But if you want to put the stock under quality inspection, people will do the quality inspection processes. Then when you are doing a goods receipt, you need to put the stocks under quality inspection. So how you will put? Let me try to create a PO. I will take the same PO as a reference, my purchase orders. This is the PO. So I just check and save this particular PO. So 501 is the PO. I will try to do a goods receipt for this PO. Okay, so I will go to the goods receipt, purchase order. 501 is the PO. But here I will put the stocks under a unrestricted use, not under unrestricted. It is, I will put under quality inspection. So I need to select here as a quality inspection. Okay, then post it. Okay, so now the stock is relevant for the quality inspection processes. Now I will refresh it. Okay, you see 1,000 pieces got updated under quality inspection. So now the quality department will come into picture, and they will do, with the use of the quality management module, they will do usage decision and all those things. Okay, that will be taken care in the quality inspection module. Let me see if there is any quality inspection over here. Where is quality inspection? Where we'll go to logistics. Yeah, quality management, right? So there is a module known as quality management. You will go to the quality inspection. So here they will put inspection lot and all those things. Usage decision, right? So usage decision means you have put 1,000 numbers in the quality inspection stock, and they will take a decision by physically verifying the materials, whether all the materials are as per the required parameters or not. So let us say I have received 1,000 pieces, only 950 pieces are as per the required parameters, 50 pieces are not. So they will record the usage decision over here. So by recording a usage decision, they will accept 950 pieces and reject remaining 50 pieces. Okay, but this is a quality management module. We need not to worry about it. Okay, so any other doubts?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, ఈ మనం ప్రైస్ డిటర్మినేషన్ ప్రాసెస్ ఇస్తాం కదా సార్, అందులో పర్చేజ్ ఇన్ఫో రికార్డ్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన అండ్ కండిషన్ రికార్డ్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఆటోమేటిక్ వాల్యూ పర్చేజ్ ఆర్డర్ క్రియేట్ చేసినప్పుడు అది పర్చేజ్ ఇన్ఫో రికార్డ్ నుంచి వాల్యూని ఆటోమేటిక్గా తీసుకుంటుంది కదా. సో మనకి ఇప్పుడు ప్రైస్ డిటర్మినేషన్ ప్రాసెస్ దాని యూసేజ్ ఏంటి సార్? ఆటోమేటిక్ ఆల్రెడీ తీసుకుంటున్నప్పుడు
ఆటోమేటిక్ ఎట్లా ఎంత ఆటోమేటిక్ తీసుకోవాలంటే మీకు ఫార్ములా ఉండాలి కదా. మీరు ప్రైసింగ్ లో PB00 కండిషన్ టైప్ మెయింటైన్ చేశారు. ఆ కండిషన్ టైప్ కి వాల్యూ అనేది it is taking from the condition records or info records. If you don't have pricing itself in the PO, the PB00 will not be populated, right? Okay, so let me go to MA23N. So you see over here conditions, right? Here you should have PB00. From where this PB0 is coming? It is coming from the pricing. First the PB0 should come from the pricing, then the value will come from the info record or condition record. If you don't have a pricing itself, then nothing will be populated over here, right, in the conditions.
ఓకే సార్. ఇంకోటి ఆ ప్రైస్ డిటర్మినేషన్ ప్రాసెస్ లో మనం క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు డిస్కౌంట్ లో 3 to 4 వేరియేషన్స్ మనం అక్కడ ఎంట్రీ చేస్తున్నాం. అంటే లైక్ వాల్యూ బేస్డ్ డిస్కౌంట్, క్వాంటిటీ బేస్డ్ డిస్కౌంట్. సో వన్స్ మనం ఆర్ఎఫ్క్యూలో వెండర్ మనకి ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ డిస్కౌంట్ ఇస్తుందని మెన్షన్ చేసినప్పుడు సో ఆ వాల్యూ ఒక్కటి మెన్షన్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుందా, లేకుంటే ఆ 3 to వేరియేషన్ డిస్కౌంట్స్ అక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేయాలి?
One vendor can be a quantity based discount, one vendor value based, one vendor can be a percentage based, right? So but your pricing formula which you defined, it will have all the discounts, but for one vendor you can select quantity based, for one vendor you can fix it, for one vendor you can have a percentage based discount. Okay, one vendor cannot give a percentage based as well as quantity based, right? One vendor can give only one type of discount. You just need to select that particular discount pertains to that particular purchase order and close it.
సో అక్కడ మనం అక్కడ ఆ డిఫరెంట్ డిస్కౌంట్ వేరియేషన్స్ అక్కడ మెన్షన్ చేస్తే అది టోటల్ కంపెనీ, ఆ కంపెనీ కోడ్ లో మనం ఏవైతే వెండర్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నామో పర్చేస్ ఆర్డర్స్ అవన్నీ అప్లై అవుతుంది.
No. See, let us see. So this is the PO, right? So here there is no discount at all. Okay, but this vendor is only for a percentage based discount. Then you will enter a percentage based discount manually over here. Okay, in the pricing it is not there. I think in the pricing no discounts are specified, I think. Okay, let me see what are the discounts that are specified in the pricing. Here they created some custom discounts, that is RB00. This is discount value, RC00 quantity, right? Let us say this vendor is valid for a quantity value based, then you will enter RB00 right over here. Okay, so you are going to enter RB00, which is nothing but fixed discount. Let us say you are going to give a fixed discount of 5 USD, right? 5 USD is the fixed discount. One more purchase order you are creating for a different vendor, you can select. He is giving a fixed or the per quantity based, then you will select RC00, like that. Okay, any other doubts? Okay, so if you don't have any other doubts, we will go to the scenario number 2. So scenario number 2 is a subcontracting procurement process. What is a subcontracting procurement process? Let us say in your company, you are manufacturing a bike or engine. Let us say you are manufacturing a engine of Hero Honda bike. To manufacture engine, let us say I want to manufacture one engine. I need a various spare materials, right? Like I need a crankshaft of one number, inlet valve 2 numbers, outlet valve 2 numbers. Okay, I want to manufacture a bike, so I need these many: crankshaft 1 piece, inlet valve 1 piece, and outlet valve 1 piece. First, I need to procure these individual materials and keep them stocked in the stores department. Then, by using these individual materials, I will be going to assemble a engine of the Hero Honda bike. So first, what I will do, I will try to buy these spare materials with the scenario number 1, that is procurement of the materials for the stock purpose. And once these spare materials are available, I can assemble a Honda bike. So I will try to create these spare materials stock first. How I will create? I need to create these materials as a spare materials by using MM01. I will create the raw materials. No, not raw materials, spare materials, right? ERSA is the spare material type. I will select all. I will go to the organizational levels. The plant is 3200, storage location is 0001. Let me see. Okay, so I am creating a crankshaft. Crankshaft as a spare material. So 500,65693. I will also create a inlet valve, right? So that is 500,65694. I will also create a outlet wall. So 695. So I created these three spare materials. I need to create the stocks for these spare materials first. How I will create? I will create a purchase order so that I will be able to create the stocks for this material under plant. Let us say I want to assemble 1,000 engines, right? If I want to assemble 1,000 engines, I need 1,000 crankshaft, 2,000 inlet valve, and 2,000 inlet valve. So I need to make the stocks available 1,000, 2,000, and 2,000. So the quantities I need to create for the purchase order is, and the price, let us say 5 rupees. And the plant is 3,200 001, 3,200 001. Okay, currency is INR. So I just save it, and now I will create. So 502 is the PO, and I will try to do a goods receipt so that the stocks will be getting updated for these three spare materials. Okay, so I will select the material number, line item number 1. I will go to the next line. I will also do the goods receipt for the next line. I will also do the goods receipt for the third line. I will post it. So I'm able to do the goods receipt. Now I will see the stocks of these materials. I will go to MMBA. So material number 1, crankshaft. For crankshaft, I have a stock of see, I have crankshaft 1,000 numbers available under 3200 and 0001. And inlet valve also available for 1,000 numbers. 2,000 numbers I have in my company. And outlet valve also I have 2,000 numbers. Okay, so I have these many individual spare materials available with me. I will give these individual spare materials to one of the external vendor. He will assemble and give it back to me. So for the assembly, he is going to charge 1,000 rupees per engine. I will be making 1,000 rupees as a service charges or the subcontracting charges to the vendor. So how are we going to address that particular subcontracting procurement cycle? We will see it on tomorrow's session. Okay, we have created the stocks, and based upon the stocks, how are we going to proceed for the subcontracting scenario? We will see it on tomorrow's session. Okay, so try to practice it and let me know if you have any issues on the same. Okay, then any questions on today's session?
No.
Okay, then. So we can meet tomorrow. Thanks for joining the call. Bye bye.